Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Yeah, it's going right up and down. Yeah, because it by that it's picking up anything.
Yeah, so what we'll do is with you, we'll go live at 5 minutes to right.
Call out the teams as we have them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And get ready.
Do AGB first and then do Pats.
Pats.
And I'll put the teams up on the screen.
Yeah, no bother. Deadly job. And you have to open that to turn it on and off, isn't that it? Then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no need.
Alright.
So,
no, I'll have it on.
So if you want to mute.
Oh.
Mute it.
Lovely. And then you're back on it.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It's a long drive to Croker from here. In ways even longer for the fans. The effort, I can tell you, it's worth it. Even today, I can still hear it. The roar of the hill. It's gonna be something else.
You're all very welcome to Aughrim here today on a showery October evening for a Group 2 game between Arklow Gers Ballymoney and St Patrick's Wicklow. Both teams are just finishing their warm-ups out on the field here. We'll give you a quick run through the teams that we have. It looks to me like there might be a change on the Pats team already. I'll know more in a minute, but we'll give you a quick run through the teams with Arklow Gers up first there. We have Mervyn Travers in goal, Tygo Callaghan, Kieran Hyland and Carl Kerwin in the full back line, Peter Hempenstall, Jack Hamilton and Jack Furlong in the half back line, JP Hurley and Sean Crowley in midfield, Cormac O'Shea, Andy Marr and Stephen Hurley in the half forward line, with Philip Healy, Chris O'Brien and Cathal Kelleher making up a dangerous looking full forward line in there. The Pats team that we have been given here on our programme is Shane Doyle, Padraig Higgins, Niall Donnelly and Aidan Dunn, Simon Boucher, Patrick O'Kane and Wayne Doyle. Dean Healy and Matthew Traynor are in midfield. Luca Rampersad, Patrick McWalter and Paul O'Brien the half forward line, with Brian Doyle, Stephen Duffy and Tommy Kelly making up the full forward line. It looks to me though as Kieran McGettigan might be about to start. He's wearing number 17. He's fairly prominent in the warm-up. We'll get news of that back to you as quick as we can. Arklow Gers, I suppose, buoyed by a great win in the league final over Rathnew a couple of weeks ago. Pats done the business against Newtown here last week, and I suppose got off to a great start, 2-3 to a point. Newtown reeled them back in a little bit coming up into the second and third quarter, but Pats put down the boot again to win fairly comfortably in the end. As we said, it's a typical October evening, pretty breezy here, a few showers of rain knocking around, but it looks like the wind is back to its favourite position of down into the town end. It looks like Stephen Duffy is named as well. He still has a tracksuit on him down here. It's hard to know whether he's going to start, so we'll just bring you those changes when we get them, but it's all as per the programme as it stands. A small brave crowd, I suppose, coming here on this side now with the showers the way they're blowing around. Our referee for the day is Kieran Kenny. He brings his team out now. He's just coming out on the field down at this end here, so as we said, we're just getting ready to rock and roll here. Pats, of course, won 2 of the last 3 championships, dethroned last year by Tinny Healy in an epic quarter final here after extra time. Arklow have been knocking on the door for the last few years, beating finalists, beating semi-finalists. They're thereabouts, and surely they believe maybe this year is their time to step through the door. See Martin Malloy and looks like John Keenan are going to be our linesmen for the day as well, so fairly experienced trio ready here. Just getting paperwork out of the way, getting the timesheets signed up. Pats go into their team huddle. The Gers backroom team are putting the finishing touches to the warm-up down here, just picking up the cone, so the tricolour is flapping away in the wind down there, as said, into the town end, so it's going to be one of those days now, just the showers coming in. It'll make life a little bit more difficult for the players, but two of your top teams over the last few years in the county going head to head in this Group 2, a group in which there's great matches in over the weekend. We have Barton Glastonratnew coming up later at 5 o'clock here, and we have Tinnahealy, Blessing and Avondale and Dunnar tomorrow, so real crackers of games when the teams came out ahead for this one. You wouldn't be surprised if there were actual quarterfinals in this, but they're all meeting in this Group 2. Kieran Kenny now just calls for captains. Looks like number 19 Shane Morley is going to start as well for Pats in there, so we'll see. We'll just see who's on and who's not in a minute. Dean Healy is the captain and Kieran Hyland, two vastly experienced players coming up to take the toss here. And it's a day in which the toss could be fairly vital, you'd imagine. Witter against the Breeze could make or break a team in this. Looks like Pats are opting to play against the Breeze in the first half, so Kieran Kenny tells him to swap over. Yeah, as I said, it definitely looks like Shane Morley and Kieran McGettigan are starting in this one. We'll find out where the switches are in just a second. Looks as if Aidan Dunn number 4 and Luca Rampersad at number 10 are not starting on the... Luca Rampersad is starting, so number 10 is in there. We'll find out in a minute. Or Stephen Duffy is not starting at 14. So Kieran McGettigan is in for Stephen Duffy, and it's number 19 Shane Morley for Aidan Dunn by the looks of things. We'll have a look. Both teams just lining out now. We're getting ready to rock and roll here in Aughrim for the first of our games of the weekend in what's a feast of football on all levels. Great matches in all grades this weekend. Barndarrig winning last night 21 points to 111 over Shillelagh Coolboy in a humdinger down in Annacurra. Oh, Aidan Dunn is starting, so we'll have to re-look at her numbers in a second. So Simon Boucher's not starting. Positional switches all over the field. Kieran McGettigan has gone to centre forward. Simon Boucher is at wing forward, so it's all changes. We'll get the exact running details in a minute, but we're ready to rock and roll here in Aughrim. Kieran Kenny just checking his watch. Padge McWalter's gone in at full forward. The breeze seems to just have died momentarily. It's the rain has gone away and it's just about as perfect as it can be at the minute. Matthew Traynor gets his hand to the ball breaks in. Paddy Kane goes down, takes a heavy knock, wins his free. Heavy knock on Kane there from Sean Crowley early in this game. Dean Healy takes the free right from the middle of the field, launches a long ball into the top of the D. Tommy Kelly gets a hand on it, punched away there by the Gerrard's backline, is picked up. Sean Crowley or JP Hurley didn't bend his back, but got it at the second attempt, got it as far as Jack Hamilton. Hamilton raids up the field, long ball out to the wing. Philip Healy's out in front, drives a boo on the ball, tries to get it in early to Chris O'Brien. O'Brien is out in front of Niall Donnelly, twists and turns, he's underneath the flag, tries to make an angle for himself, comes out to the 21, again looks for support, gets support there back with Philip Healy, out as far as JP Hurley. A number of white jerseys get around him, broken down there by the Pats defence, good numbers back. Matthew Traynor tries to bring the ball out. Matthew Traynor's foul ball is knocked away by the Jersman there. Pats want to get on with it quickly, but huge numbers back there from Wicklow Town, and snuffed out the danger. It looked like danger on Chris O'Brien, but they done really well, and the free is taken quickly. It's in the hands of Niall Donnelly. Donnelly gets the ball as far as Brian Doyle. Doyle deep in his own half, wearing number 13 now. He's about 50 yards out from his own goal, recycles it to Shane Murley. A 1-2 with Paddy Kane. Has a look at his options, goes back across the field, back over as far as Doyle. There's space inside, but Tygo O'Callaghan has dropped back in as a spare man in front of the full back line for Arklow. Dean Healy's on the ball in the middle of the field. Has a look. Is he going on one of these marauding runs? No, he plays it early, tries to get into McWalter. Oh, brilliantly won by McWalter in a sea of blue jerseys. Does really well. Gets the ball out to Matthew Traynor. Out as far as Luca Rambersad. He recycles the ball back out. Pat's now just trying to tease out this Gers defence. McWalter's on the ball. Comes all the way back to Donnelly. Does he? No, he holds it up. Gets the ball to Simon Boucher. Boucher has a look up. Solos the ball. Just gets away from. Does well enough though to get as far as Kieran McGettigan. McGettigan with passes the ball off to Niall Donnelly. Out as far as Aidan Dunn. Oh, look for the ball back into McGettigan. Good hand on it by Carl Kerwin back there though. It's broken down and Kieran Hyland comes away with the ball. The Gers chance to move up the field here, and they do at pace. Good play by Gers. Hits the ball in as far as Philip Healy. Healy long diagonal ball into Philip Healy. That was Carl Keller. Pops a little ball off as far as Cormac O'Shea. O'Shea looked like he was going to kick, stands up and has a second chance ahead. Again dummies the solo, twists and turns, huge pressure he's under, drops the ball in but drops it short as far as Shane Doyle. Again good play by the Pats defence. Defence is on top on both sides here, and the ball is in the hands of Wayne Doyle. He comes out, pops a little pass off, it gets into the hands of Niall Donnelly out underneath here. Gives a little pass to Aidan Dunn. Dunn is tackled. Strong tackle there by the number 21, Dara McBride. Turns the ball over. Referee blows Dunn for over carrying. Good play there by the number 21, Dara McBride, who was in the starting line up here. Again, it's taken quickly. The ball is in the hands of Stephen Hurley. Hurley has a look up, goes all the way back as far as his wing back Jack Furlong. Furlong twisting. Oh, huge turnover there by Brian Doyle. Doyle does really well. He's tackled by Jack Furlong. Furlong probably unlucky to give away a free, but a huge turnover there for Pats, taken quickly. Niall Donnelly pops the ball in over the head. It's a loose one though, it's a poor one, and it's Sean Crowley picks up the pieces, gets the ball to Carl Kerwin. Kerwin hand passes the ball out as far as Jack Furlong. Furlong twists and turns again. Huge numbers there for Pats. Huge hands on the ball. It's hard to get through that middle quarter on either side. There's a huge intensity around the middle of the field there. Long ball in by Carl Keller. Dangerous looking ball. Healy gets his hands on the ball though, but it's snuffed out back there by Padraig Higgins. Higgins gets the ball and gets it out as far as Simon Boucher. Out to Matthew Traynor. Trainor's tackled in the middle there by his midfield counterpart, who is JP Hurley. Hurley goes to ground, but it's Pats in possession. Simon Boucher on the ball, back as far as Dean Healy. Healy slows things down. Little foot pass out to Aidan Dunn. Dunn right underneath in the middle of the field here in the press box side. Healy charges through one tackle, charges through the second, calls for over carrying from the Gers, but he's at the top of the D and someone needs to come to meet him. No one meets him. He kicks this one high, but it's gone to the left of the post and wide, and a chance gone a begging. It's a wide for Pats. First wide of the game here, and we're 4 minutes into the game. A huge intensity around that middle third there. Mervyn Travers goes short as far as Jack Hamilton. Hamilton picks up the ball, has a look at his options, tries to solve it on the line. Again, there's a good hand in there from Kieran McGettigan. It's a line ball. It goes off the Gers man. Matthew Traynor will take, has a look at his options. A run inside from Padge McWalter. He doesn't use him. He goes backwards as far as Aidan Dunn. Dunn pops. Looked like he was going to pop a ball off. He doesn't, and pops it off to Paddy Kane. Kane ball on toe, has a look, gets it to Brian Doyle. Doyle comes back as far as Matthew Traynor. There's space on the far side. He used that space. He kicks the ball to Wayne Doyle in the middle of the field now. 65 yards out. Charging towards the Herbst end. Wind in Pat's face. Remember, Pats are playing into this breeze. The wind is in the back of the Gers men, and there's been a lot of possession for Pats in the early moments of this game, but still no score on the board. Brian Doyle is on the ball. Doyle has a look at his options again. Solos across about 50 yards out from the Gers goal. Gets it to Dean Healy. Healy tries to break one tackle, tries to break two tackles. He's fouled, and referee Kieran Kenny blows for a free. They're waiting for Shane Doyle to come up to take this one. He fancies his chances of kicking this one against the wind, the keeper, so all the way. He's 45 yards out. He's about 13 or 14 yards in from the sideline. Just about 6 minutes on the clock here. Heading for the 6th minute, and linesman Martin Malloy tells Shane where he wants him to kick it from. Doyle will line this one up. Dual player for the Pats club. Very talented hurler as well. We'll see how he gets on with this kick. Drills this one high. Oh, it looks good from here. That's a huge kick. No, it's just dropped to the left at the last second and gone to the left and wide. And second wide for Pats. No score on the board yet for either team here, but doesn't lack for intensity. The shooting maybe off. There hasn't actually been that many chances, to be fair. So ball again goes short and gets it as far as JP Hurley. Hurley's fouled by Matthew Traynor deep in his own half. Tygo Callahan goes back with that kick as far as Mervyn Travers. Travers has a look. Solos, hops, comes back around with the ball, gets it out as far as Carl Kerwin. Kerwin again retracts. Pats push up here and try to put pressure on this Gers backline. Mervyn Travers has the ball 14 yards out right in front of his goal here. Again, he's looking for options as Pats try to press up on him, but takes a foot pass out under the stand. Shane Murley looked to get to it first, but it's well won over there on the far side by the wing forward, who is Cormac O'Shea. O'Shea wins his free deep in his own half. As I said, the press is very high from Pats, and Gers are just struggling at the minute to get into the Pats half with the ball in hand. Ball goes long up the field. It's Stephen Hurley tries to win that and does win it at the second time, gets the ball off to Sean Crowley. Crowley goes long, huge kick inside, but brilliantly read there by Wayne Doyle. Doyle covers across, gets the ball out as far as Shane Murley. He pops it into the middle. Matthew Traynor waits for this one. The long languid stride of Traynor, tries a kick pass, doesn't come off though. It's well snuffed out back there by Jack Furlong. Again, it's in the hands here of Philip Healy. Healy way out the field, a little ball inside. Jack Hamilton charges forward, heavy shot there on Jack Hamilton as he was falling down. Dean Healy stood his ground and Hamilton falling into him there. It's a heavy shot though, and he's going to need attention for that one. Hamilton there just down in a little bit of distress, so physio is going to come to his aid. Seems to be in a little bit of bother here. Hamilton will be a huge blow to Arklow if anything happened, their centre back. Been an outstanding performer over the last couple of years for him. Yeah, the physio is just looking to the sideline there. It's shoulder seems to be gone, in trouble with his shoulder, I think she's saying. So that's he's up, but he's not in good shape, Jack Ham. That's a huge pity for this match, for the Gers, and for this match as well, because he was always going to be a big player in this one. He looks to be in a little bit of distress there, Jack Hamilton. We hope he's alright. So there's a sub going to be coming on here for him. Looks like Keane Cooney is going to be entering the fray here. Probably be a little bit of shuffling around for Jack. Furlong has gone into centre back, Keane Cooney at wing back, and Jack Hamilton has helped from the field there. He seems to have a bad looking shoulder injury, so Stephen Hurley will take this one right on the 65 straight in front of the goal. Good hand in from Shane Murley there. Ball breaks away, but it's picked up by JP Hurley at the second attempt. Does well, gets around Dean Healy. Little bit of space in front of him. Pops a little hand pass off. 1-2 inside. Gets it back as far as Jack Furlong. He tries to tread the eye of a needle in there. Gets the ball to Stephen Hurley. They've done really well here, getting the ball into the hands of Cormac O'Shea. Or Cahill Kelleher kicks that one high and kicks it over the bar. A brilliant score there for Pats, or for Gers' first score of the game after 10 minutes here in Aughrim. It's 1 point to no score. Arklow, Gers, Ballymoney are up on Pats here. Pretty much their first real shooting opportunity, to be fair, and they've nailed it. So a good score there for Gers. They are down Jack Hamilton to an injury there after 10 minutes, but they've won the breaker in the middle of the field. Chris O'Brien gets the ball out to Philip Healy. Healy pops the ball back as they look to recycle, gets the ball into the hands of Stephen Hurley. Hurley now solos, has a look. There's a little run inside. He's found a runner. It's just knocked away from him by Dean Healy. Healy though tries to tackle Cian Cooney. He picks up the pieces, gets the ball back to Jack Furlong. Furlong solos, has a look, solos again, pops off a little pass inside as far as JP Hurley. Hurley pops it back inside to Jack Furlong. Furlong continued his run, a good run, goes to ground, no freeze to the referee, wasn't either. Back to Chris O'Brien. O'Brien pulls the trigger, kicks it high and kicks it over the bar. Second score of the game for this Gers team. They've ignited there since the injury to Jack Hamilton. They're playing really well, good football. They're patient there in the build-up and got their man in the right shooting position, and Chris O'Brien was the man and he kicked it high and over the bar. 2 points to no score, 11 and a half minutes gone here in Aughrim. We're heading for the first water break in this first game. Shane Doyle will take the kick out. Doyle goes long, huge kick down the field again. Matthew Trainor's underneath, boxes it forward, gets it as far as Brian Doyle. Doyle goes down on the ball, recycles it back as far as Trainor, looking for space inside, goes long, goes high, dangerous looking ball in. Tommy Kelly's under, gets his hand to it, does really well. Kelly uses his body, twists and turns, falls to the ground though. Kieran Hyland is on his case. Kelly drops the ball to the ground, tries to squeeze a boo on it, but Gers come away with the ball. They done really well there. JP Hurley gets the ball as far as Andy or Cian Cooney, gets the ball into the hands of the number 17 is Cal Kelly. Kelly coming out with that ball, gets it as far as Philip Healy, pops a little pass back to Kelly. He has a look, a solo and another look, steps around his man, does well at his ease and fires the ball in as far as Chris O'Brien. Ball breaks inside. Pádraig Higgins reads it well and mops things up. Good play from Higgins there, gets the ball as far as Shane Murley. Murley 45 yards out from his own goal, looking for options. One of those options is Niall Donnelly. Donnelly solos forward with the ball, tries to burst through 1, 2, 3 tackles, does make space and gets the ball to Brian Doyle. Doyle looks up, gets the ball into Padge McWalter. McWalter does well, double mark those. Tygo Callahan is back there, but Cal Kerwin is judged to have pulled the jersey, and the sweeper is being played very, very well in there by this Gers team, to be fair. Tommy Kelly comes out. He fancies his chances here, Tommy, off this one. He's about 40 yards out. He's a couple of yards to the left of the post, kicking into the Herps end. He is kicking into the breeze. Remember, kicks this one. That's not going to make it. Drops short and drops right into the arms of Sean Crowley, but right back there on his own line, gets the ball and hand passes it away as the Gers look to build from the back here. It's in the hands of Cormac O'Shea. O'Shea deep in his own half, gets the ball to Cal Kelly. Kelly pops the ball up as far as it's coughed up though, and it's won by Kieran McGettigan. McGettigan twists and turns his way out of trouble, does really well. McGettigan gets the ball into Brian Doyle. Luca Rampersad made a run there, but the ball is back in the hands of Padge McWalter. Heavy shot there on McWalter. McWalter does well, gets to the pitch of the ball, but again kicks this one to the left of the post and wide, and Pat's radar is off a little bit in this first half here. 13 and a half minutes gone. It's 2 points to no score. It's three wides to Pats now, and it's the ball breaks outside, a sharp kick out, and Kieran McGehigan does really well to put the press on Cal Kelly. He's after winning a couple of turnovers there, to be fair to McGehigan, and he's won his free there. He was fouled by Kelly, just dragged him back as he was trying to get back to the breaking ball, and it'll be a free to Pat. So need to steady the ship a little bit here. Brian Doyle goes short in as far as Padge McWalter. McWalter gives it back to Doyle. Doyle tries to ride 2 tackles, does ride 2 tackles, gets the ball. Brilliantly blocked down by Tygo Callan. Won though by McGehigan. Was McGehigan fouled again? No, says the referee. Play on. Gets the ball back out as far as the number 5, who is Simon Boucher. Does really well from a tight angle there. Kicks the ball high and kicks it over the bar. Pat's first score of the game after 14 and a half minutes here, and it's 2 points to 1 in what's a really entertaining, a really high level game. It's a high level of intensity. The scores mightn't be flowing, but both sides giving their all here as the kick out is taken quickly again. The Gers look to build from the back. Ball comes down the line to Darragh McBride, goes out half the leg of Luca Rampersad. There's a chance for McBride to take a quick. Linesman tells him where to kick it from. He looks up, sizing his options. They go long into Chris O'Brien. O'Brien is Doyle Donnelly on his place. O'Brien's out in front, does really well though. 45 yards out from the goal, gets the ball back to McBride, back to as far as O'Brien. O'Brien solos, sizes up his options. Donnelly tries to tackle. There's a free there, says the referee. There's an advantage. There's no advantage. He's blown for a pull on Chris O'Brien there, Niall Donnelly, and it'll be a free about 47 or 8 yards out, central enough into the town goal, but he takes it quickly. A lovely little ball played inside as far as Cahill Keller. Ball breaks back as far as Sean Crowley. Crowley charges forward, 2-3 white jerseys around, does really well, gets the ball back to Darren McBride. McBride trying to get a shooting opportunity, gets the ball to Chris O'Brien. Dangerous looking ball coming in. Shane Doyle does really well to come out and punch, gets the ball. Dean Healy surely fouled. He is fouled, but just for a second there looked like a dangerous ball in across the square, but Shane Doyle marshalled the square really well, came out, and because the Gers wouldn't retreat, now it's moved up a good 10 farmer steps, as the fella says. It was a good 10 yards. Paddy Kane gets the ball 45 yards out from his own goal, has a look up, pops it into Shane Murley. Murley again has a look across the field, pops it off as far as Brian Doyle. Doyle twists and turns, has a look at his options, finds a little gap and charges through that gap, looks to go long up the field. He does go long up the field. Dangerous looking ball into Podge McWalter, tries to get it at the second attempt. Kerwin gets his hand on it, gets it as far as Tygo Callan, out to Cal Kelly. Again though, JP Hurley spills it in the pass and gets it as far as Matthew Traynor. Another turnover for Pats there. They've done really well on turnovers in this early part of the game as Podge McWalter has the ball, gets it out as far as Dean Healy. Healy looks for the gap, finds the gap. Is he pulled to the ground? He is, in his trademark fashion. When he drops the shoulder and goes, he's very hard to stop. And it's almost 17 minutes on the clock here. We'll surely be nearing the water break. Two points to one here. Tommy Kelly sizes up his options. Prahim fairly central. It will be central again. He strikes it with the boot. He'll take his 4 or 5 steps and top of the D and kicks this one high and kicks it over the bar. Second score of the game for Pats. 2 points each. Sides go in level at the water break. Really tight, trappy affair here in Aughrim. Both managers keen to get their minute of a chat and get water into their players. Anthony Masterson over this Arklow team, Casey O'Brien over Pats down at the other end, so they have a minute to drill into them what they want to drill into them, or what they've seen, what's right and wrong in that first half. But as I said, a game of huge intensity in that first half there. Arklow losing Jack Hamilton to a shoulder injury. It's 2 points all. I'd say Arklow would have been the more economical in that first 16 or 17 minutes, to be fair. Good crowd in Aughrim. We probably would have expected a little bit more with the forecast we got. It hasn't quite came, but with 2 big teams like this, we probably would have expected a few more here today. But there is a good sprinkling of support on both sides. The teams come back out. We'll start with a kick out. It'll be a kick out for Arklow Gers and Mervyn Travers. We have no we've had no wides from Arklow in that first half, just their 2 chances. They've got their 2 scores, so that's what Ben on stats is telling me here anyway. Kick out from Mervyn Travers, goes long down the field, huge kick again, hanging in there, lots of bodies underneath, but breaks in as far as JP Hurley. He does really well. Hurley solos, has a look, pops a little pass off in as far as Chris O'Brien. O'Brien turns, Donnelly is all over his case though, does really well. Both men do well. He'd lost possession, but Donnelly stands strong, and surely the referee, he's blown for a free. Well, it had to be a free one way or the other, but was probably harsh on the man in possession. Pádraig Higgins gets the ball, goes back as far as Shane Doyle. Doyle all the way across his square over as far as Shane Murley. Murley has the attentions of Cormac O'Shea on his case as Pat's worked the ball out. Was a man off the shoulder. Paddy Kane has this one, solos and has a look, gets it back as far as Niall Donnelly, the top of his own D here. As we said, Pats are defending the town goal here, playing into the breeze in this first half. It's 2 points all as they work their way up the field with Pádraig Higgins. Higgins goes all the way across here as far as Simon Boucher. Simon Boucher gets the ball to Shane Murley. Murley's underneath the stand, has a look up, good ball in as far as Padge McWalter. He's out in front of Carl Curran. Great battle going on between these two. McWalter cuts inside, has a look, needs a runner, doesn't get it, gets it now, and it's Simon Boucher. Little gap here for Boucher. Oh, great dummy, kicks this one high and kicks it over the bar. Second score of the game for Boucher. 2 really good scores from him. He's wearing number 5. He lined out at wing forward for the throw in, but he's done really well, and it's Pats take the lead here after 21 minutes, including the water break. So Mervyn Travers will take this kick. Again, lots of bodies looking for the ball all over the field. A huge kick down the field again. Dean Healy's under, gets hands, gets only as far as Luker Ambersad. He doesn't get, slides in there, dangerous looking tackle. Jack Furlong is on the ground. He slid in, it wasn't. Be a free to Sean Crowley, one of the under 20 team, beaten by Dublin. Great ball in as far as Philip Healy. Healy tries his 2 or 3 attempts, looked like he was pushed. He was pushed there. He was a little bit of experience there to win his free. He was under all sorts of pressure, but he went down to pick up his ball. He got the nudge in the back and he's won his free, and a chance for Chris O'Brien to level matters here. O'Brien is about 27 or 25 or 6 yards out here. He's sizing up his options. Couple of solos just to steady himself and compose himself, and he'll kick this with the breeze in his back. Good kick from O'Brien. It's high, it's straight, and it's over the bar, and it's another score. It's 3-3 here now after 23 minutes here in Aughrim. As we said, it's all these matches this weekend had the measure of being tight affairs. This looks like it's going to kick off in that fashion. Shane Doyle goes long again. Huge kick from Doyle. Massive kick down the field. Hangs in the air again. A clash of bodies underneath. Dean Healy gets to it first though. Looks like he had his arm dragged. Good tackling from the Gers men though. They all got back in numbers there. Darragh McBride gets the ball back as far as Stephen Hurley. Hurley has a look. Pops it into Tyg O'Callaghan. O'Callaghan gets his head up, gets it to Carl Kerwin. Kerwin pops a little ball inside to Jack Furlong. Furlong charges through the middle. Good tackle coming across there from Simon Boucher though, but the Gers just about retain possession in the hands of Carl Kerwin. He gets the ball to Stephen Hurley. Hurley has options up the line here, opts to go back into Kerwin in field though, and Kerwin just about gets around the tackle of Brian Doyle, gets it back to Stephen Hurley. Hurley pops a little pass inside, dangerous looking ball into Cathal Kelleher. Kelleher twists and turns, does well. Higgins gets a hand in though. Pádraig Higgins does really well. Shane Murley goes down his ball, wins his free, and free out there. Brave there from Shane Murley, had to be, but won his free, and the attack broke down for Gers there. Just a loose pass under huge pressure, it has to be said, as it is on both sides in defence. There's huge pressure there, there's huge intensity. Physio is in to get a look at Shane Murley. He seems to be in a little bit of distress now. Having a good look, and seems to be a hand injury from where we are. It seemed to be maybe a boo-hin on the hand. Pat's having a couple of subs warming up down the line there, so I'm sure Shane won't want to come off. He's a seasoned campaigner at this stage, but seems to be taking his time over it. But then Pats are against the wind here as well, so they could be using every minute. No, he seems to be in bother. Yeah, it looks like there's going to have to be a change here for Pats. He seems to be in all sorts of bother there, Shane Murley. He's not one to stay down too easy, so Simon Boucher looks to be dropping back. We'll see who's coming in now for Pats. Yeah, he's in a lot of bother, Shane Murley, in fairness. Pats at the minute are down to 14 men. With that injury, they're looking to get a sub on there as Harry Higgins gets the ball back to Niall Donnelly. Donnelly carries forward in as far as looks for Kieran McGeegan, goes past everyone though, and it's picked up back there by Sean Crowley. Gets the ball to Darren McBride. McBride 65 yards out from his own goal, gets the ball to Stephen Hurley. Hurley pops it across to Cal Kelly. Kelly charges forward, a little bit of space in front of him now on the 45, pops a little pass off, does really well, steady and hop there from Cormac O'Shea, kicks this one high but it's gone to the left of the post and it's gone wide for the first wide for Arklow. It's 3 points all here and 26 and a half minutes gone. There will be a good bit of injury time. Number 12, Paul O'Brien, seems to be into the fray instead of Shane Murley there, so Shane Doyle goes long, huge kick down the field. Matthew Trainor's under it, but he had a hand on the back all day long there, and it's taken quickly. It's in the hands of Cathal Kelleher. Kelleher looks dangerous here. Oh, heavy, awkward looking tackle there from Wayne Doyle. And the book is coming out here for Wayne Doyle. Kieran Kenny has the book in hand. It'll be interesting to see how he judges this. He goes yellow. Arklow wanted a black card there, I think, but he now seems to be going to throw in the ball, whatever's been said. He's going to throw it in. There's something has been said to the referee, so that's silly on behalf of the Arklow side. They had a free in a very good position there, and scores are hard to come by. So Matthew Traynor gets a touch on this one. Ball breaks down as far as Cathal Kelleher twists and turns a couple of players on the ground there, having a bit of a scrap, but it's Cian Cooney gets the ball, drills it across the field as far as Cal Kelly. Kelly pops it in as far as Cormac O'Shea. O'Shea tries to run it. Simon Boucher twists and turns, comes across the 45, pops the ball back to McBride, has a look, gets the ball back here as far as Cian Cooney. The number 18 on for Jack Hamilton, who was injured. Solos has a look around at his options. Again, they go lateral with the ball. Probably need a little bit of an injection of pace here, the Gers, to try and penetrate this Pats defence. There's 13 Pats men back behind the ball. McBride is on it again, back to Philip Healy. He kicks this one half blocked down though. Ball breaks inside. It's one inside. It's well one inside. There's huge numbers though around the man on the ball. Again, huge numbers from both sides, and it's Simon Boucher picks up the ball, wins his free. It's a free out. Gers not overly happy with that decision there as Pats take the free quickly, get the ball into the hands of Paul O'Brien all the way back on his own 21, the number 12. Solos with this one, has a look, gets it as far as Niall Donnelly. Donnelly looks to pop a pass off. He does pop a pass off, and as far as Luca Rampersad on his own 45, has a look up at his options. Again, comes short, drops back in and gives the ball to Brian Doyle. Doyle gets it back to Rampersad, little pocket of space there. He's looking for a runner. Again, Gers filter back really well, but he gets the ball in front of Padge McWalter. Kerwin on his case, gets it and pops it off to Matthew Traynor all the way back out now, about 60 yards out from the Herbst end here. They're looking for options, Pats, and there's only one man inside is Tommy Kelly. They're well marshalled at the minute by two Arklow Gers men. If they've dropped a man back and they're in their defensive unit, and again Pats recycle the ball across 45 yards out. Brian Doyle gets the ball as far as Dean Healy. Two men in front of him, has a look at his options, sizes up his options again and charges downfield with the ball. Looks like there was a tangle of legs there. No freeze to the referee, play on. Tommy Kelly looks to have pushed one of the Gers players in the back, and it's a free out there. So it's both sides here really going at it here. It's only 3 points apiece, but it's a huge physical battle here between these two teams. The ball is in the hands of JP Hurley. Hurley solos with this one, twists and turns and has a look Again, Tommy Kelly tries to halt his progress. Tygo Callahan gets the ball back to Sean Crowley, into Stephen Hurley, and it's all the way back to Kieran Hyland. Hyland back almost on his own 21 there, goes all across the field. Loose looking pass enough though to Carol Kerwin. Kerwin does well, controls it, gets it pick up and gives it to Kieran Hyland. Hyland though is tackled there by Podge McWalter. Again pops it back to Carol Kerwin. Kerwin goes long with the wind in his back. Huge kick. Long kick down, hands on it there by Pádraig Higgins, but breaks back as far as Darren McBride. Looked like a hand on the back there, wasn't play on. Paddy O'Kane does really well. Patrick O'Kane picks up his ball, wins his free. Now there's space for Pats to carry the ball into this breeze here with Paul O'Brien. O'Brien takes off his Matthew Trainer off his shoulder. Trainer 45 yards out, has a look at his options, steadies himself, looked like he was going to shoot, tries to cut inside right underneath the scoreboard. Tough angle, hand in there brilliantly by Cal Kelly, blocked down, and it's a 45. And it's heavy battling out there on both sides. We have 31 minutes on the clock, so we'll probably have a couple of minutes for that injury to Shane Murley. But it's a really tight, intense affair here. Both these sides really giving it their all, and it's the two of them have really good structures to their offensive setup, and they're stifling one another at the minute. Every score is precious, and it could come down to the likes of these kicks from Shane Doyle. 45 to be taken by Doyle here. Again, it's into the tee of the breeze. Strides up and has a look. Kicks this one. It's gone a long way to the left of the post and wide as Tommy Kelly goes to ground inside. Pats will probably be happy enough at 3-all going in against the breeze, but the Gers have been fairly economical as well, so it'll be interesting to see how this one pans out. Mervyn Travers goes long down the field, huge kick. Dean Healy's under, there's a hand on it there, but Paddy Kane gets the ball, brilliantly read there by Kane, getting to Paul O'Brien. O'Brien into Matthew Trainer, out as far as Niall Donnelly. Pats look to get maybe a score before half time here. Long ball into the corner there, doesn't look like a great pass. It's not a great pass, it's gone out over the line, and about 14 yards out from his own goal, Carl Kerwin is going to have to take a line ball here. Looks at his options, goes as far as Tygo O'Callaghan. O'Callaghan surely was pushed in the back. No play on, says the referee. Ball breaks down. Padge McWalter gives it into Kieran McGehigan. Back to Tommy Kelly. Kelly blasts one. Oh, good save by Mervyn Travers. Brilliant save by the Arklow keeper there as Kelly lashed one towards the goal. And it's Cal Kelly is now in possession. Kelly gives a pass out, but Dean Healy picks that one off. Paul O'Brien is over there. Looks like he was touched on the ground. The referee says thought maybe Paul was fouled, but he's touched it on the ground. Cal Kelly wants to take it and take it quickly. He soloed it there. He has a look at his options, drills the ball down as far as Chris O'Brien. O'Brien does really well to take that one, but again there's 3 white jerseys around him straight away, but he gets it at the second attempt. There was a toe poke on it there that got it as far as O'Brien. He gets it out as far as Cian Cooney has a look up. Darren McBride now has Aidan done on his case, gets it back to Chris O'Brien. O'Brien surely fancy his chances from there, will he? It's a high lobbing dangerous ball, but well dealt with again by Shane Doyle. Calm as you like in there under those high balls, and does really well. Comes out with this one, pops it as far as Simon Boucher. He gets it back to Doyle, into Paddy Kane, and out as far as Pádraig Higgins, and it's well worked out by the Pats defence here. Higgins solos forward, looking, sizing up options again. As I said before, there's always options on both sides here as both teams come out with defence. It's a pass from Paddy Kane out as far as Brian Doyle. Doyle has a look up, pops in a good ball in there as far as Wayne Doyle. Doyle gets it back and it's in the hands of Dean Healy. Healy pops it off as far as Kieran McGehigan. McGehigan on the move now. Ball hops over his hands, gets it at the second attempt, kicks this one high, but it's gone to the right of the post and gone wide. But there's a pull on the jersey of Kieran McGehigan, and there's a chance for a score here for Pats. Surely now on the stroke of half time. We've 34 and a half minutes gone. We had no announcement of injury time, so we'll just play it by ear, I suppose. We can only go till he blows the half-time whistle. Tommy Kelly has a look here, strides forward, kicks this one high and kicks it over the bar, and it's 4 points to 3 to Pats. Pats, remember, playing into that breeze. Arklow without Jack Hamilton after going off injured, so it looks like it would be slightly in favour of Pats at this stage of the game, but it's one of those games that could turn on a knife edge. Both teams playing kind of the same brand of football, so that save from Mervyn Travers could prove vital. Travers goes long down the field, huge kick down on top of Healy. Healy gets his hand to it again, breaks the ball as far as Paul O'Brien. O'Brien twists and turns and has a look, and again strides forward, little pocket of space. Now O'Brien has been finding a few of them since he came on. Gives the ball to Kieran McGehigan. McGehigan, little bit of space. He has pace to burn, this man, the number 17. Again, looks like he was fouled. Was he fouled? No, says the referee. Ball spills from his grasp. It's gone wide and he's blown the half-time whistle here in Aughrim. It's 4 points to St. Patrick's Wicklow Town, 3 points to Arklow Gers Ballymoney. A really intense and interesting first half there. As I said, scores are a premium, but everything else was on offer here. Both teams given huge commitment and intensity to the battle, and it'll be very interesting to see how this one pans out in the second half. Pats will be turning around to play with the breeze, but the way both teams are playing, whether that'll affect, it might be more longer balls going into Tommy Kelly in the second half, but we'll have to see. We're going to take a quick break here, and we hope to have you back with us for the second half shortly.
It's a long drive to Croker from here. In ways even longer for the fans. The effort, I can tell you, it's worth it. Even today, I can still hear it. The roar of the hill. It's gonna be something else.
You're all very welcome back to Aughrim here to the second half of this round 2 game. It's ball is in, the game is on. We were near being caught out there by the speed of the teams coming back out. Ian Healy gets the ball, launches a huge kick, direct kick, ball goes in. Tommy Kelly is in there, but Kieran Hyland does really well to mop things up. He's under pressure from Brian Doyle. Hyland tries to get out with the ball, looks like he spilled it. Brian Doyle tries to get it, was it touched on the ground? Play away, says Kieran Kenny. Again, a huge mass of bodies in there. Tommy Kelly has the ball right hand end line, pops the ball across in as far as Kieran McGehigan. Oh, blasted by McGehigan. What a save by Mervyn Travers again. Out as far as Podge McWalter. McWalter tries to recycle the ball, gets it back out as far as Paul O'Brien. A huge chance there for McGehigan. Brilliant save, as I said, and it's back out on the 45 now. Paddy Kane has that ball, kicks it all the way across here as far as Aidan Dunn pops it in to the corner in as far as Luca Rampersad takes on Carl Kerwin. Good play by Kerwin, good hand in, ball's right on the end line, looks to have gone wide, and a huge chance missed for Pats right at the start of this second half. Would have been a huge score in the context of this game, but it's not in the net, and it's Arklow Gers who lived a bit dangerous, but they've saved themselves, and it's a kick out now to Mervyn Travers. Kicking this one into the breeze, taking his time with it. Goes short here as far as Cian Cooney. Cooney turns his man, gets the ball kicked up the line. It's a loose one down. It's into the hands of Dean Healy. Healy pops the ball off as far as Matthew Traynor. Traynor low ball in as far as Podge McWalter. McWalter goes to ground again. There's bodies there in numbers, but Tommy Kelly, oh, what a pick up from Kelly, but he just loses it. Cian Cooney gets the ball again. Gers tried to work it out again. It's a loose pass. They're putting pressure on themselves with their pass now. Ball is in the hands of Paul O'Brien. O'Brien gets it back to Matthew Traynor. Traynor pops it off to Dean Healy. Healy outside of the right boot. Huge kick from Healy. It's high, is it? The umpires are not sure. It's high and it's over the bar. From here it looked like it may have tailed just to the right and wide. I'm not sure, but it didn't look convincing here. The umpires were in two minds, but it's on the scoreboard and that's all that matters here. My cameraman ensures me he says it was wide as well, so he's gave it wide. He's gone in. Yeah, there was a so we're not sure. No, they didn't cross it. He put up the flag and they haven't crossed it off. So yeah, he's marking something down the book. No, it's actually two players he's talking to here now. It's Carl Kerwin has been spoken to. It's Carl Kerwin has picked himself up a yellow card for whatever happened there. So point stands as far as I'm concerned. Kick out is taken, ball breaks it, it's short, and it's Dean Healy who picks it off. Healy charges at the goal as he does. Looks like it was a free in, surely no play. Oasis the referee, ball's back to Brian Doyle. Doyle kicks off his left foot, splits the post, and it's 6 points to 3 now here in Aughrim. 6 points to 3 after 3 minutes. The game has kind of exploded. It's been all Pats at the start of this second half. They're obviously going for the jugular here, looking to put pressure on Arklow with this breeze in their back, and Arklow struggling to get out of their own back line at the minute. Huge intensity from those Pats forward. Ball breaks in the middle of the field. Arklow have this one. Sean Crowley does really well. Matthew Trainor's on his case, pops the ball off here as far as Cal Kelly. Long punt into the corner as far as Carl Kelleher. Kelleher does really well, but again bodies back there for Pats. One of them is Dean Healy, gets the ball, the touch on him, but it's only as far as Carl Kelleher. Kelleher twists and turns, gets the ball back to Cal Kelly. Kelly has two white jerseys in front of him looking for the ball. It's in as far as Chris O'Brien. O'Brien twists and turns on the end line there. Niall Donnelly pushes him out over the end line. He's given a free for that push. It looked like a push, a bit too much of a push, and it is a free in. It'll be a chance for Arklow to just eat into the 3-point lead that Pats have built up here. Chris O'Brien sizing up his options. He's about 10 yards in from the sideline. He's on the 14. He's kicking into the breeze here. It should be rain, shouldn't be a problem. It's the angle. O'Brien steadies himself. Familiar pose from the Arklow man. Takes his couple of steps, narrows the angle and kicks it high and kicks it over the bar. It's a good score for Arklow. It's a good score for them. Two of their four. It's 5 points. That point has been scratched off on the scoreboard, so it mustn't have been. It's 5 points to 4 now. So that puts a little bit of a different complex on the game. A 1 point game here. We have 5 minutes gone in the second half. Shane Doyle goes long down the field. Huge kick from Doyle all the way down to the far 65. Ball breaks. Simon Boucher goes in. It spills there. Number of bodies around again. Matthew Traynor is there. JP Hurley is there. Tygo Callahan is there. The ball is hopping around a bit. Referee decides he's seen enough. He's going to throw it in. He'll call 2 players out now to throw it in. Cal Kelly is down, looking for a bit of attention. It's Sean Crowley and Matthew Traynor stand under this one. 2 huge athletes going toe to toe. Traynor gets a fist to a ball, breaks as far as Dean Healy. Healy takes off, he's under 45. Charges forward the ball, gets around Darren McBride. Danger here for the Gers. Shot from Healy. Another brilliant save by Mervyn Travers. Wonderful save out for a 45, and you have to wonder, are Pats going to rue these chances? 3 very good saves by Mervyn Travers now in the last minute of the first half, and the first couple of minutes of this second half he's made 2 super saves, and Shane Doyle trots forward. In games as tight as this, it could be, they could make all the difference. It'll be Doyle. He's just a yard or 2 to the right hand side of the post. It'll be a kick for Doyle with the wind in his back. As I said, the way he's taking his kick outs, distance is no issue. It's all about the accuracy. Doesn't quite catch this one. It's dangerous looking. Tommy Kelly tries to get a hand to it. It's gone to the left of the post and gone wide. 5 points to 4 here in Aughrim. Just 7 minutes gone in the second half. A really tight affair. Mervyn Travers will take this kick out. Gers players making their runs all over the field, looking to make space. As a kick, but it's gone as far as Matthew Traynor, just through his fingertips. Picked up by Stephen Hurley. Loose hand pass by him. Only picked up by Aidan Dunn. Dunn gets the ball as far as Paul O'Brien. O'Brien solos forward with this one. Has a look. Pops a pass inside to Podge McWalter. McWalter takes it at the second attempt. Kerwin all over his case again, as he has been all day. Ball is filtered back out as far as Paul O'Brien. O'Brien now is between the 45 and the 21. Gets the pass into Niall Donnelly. Or Dean Healy. Healy twists out of the tackle, gets as far as Paddy Kane. He pops a little pass off to Brian Doyle. Doyle has a look again. Pat's taking the patient approach here on this one into Matthew Traynor. Thought about maybe having a shot, didn't. Gives it to Brian Doyle. Doyle goes lateral again as far as Paul O'Brien. O'Brien's about 50 yards out from the town goal here now, fairly central on the field. Has a look, strolls around with the ball. Arklow just not coming out to meet the player in possession, but Simon Boucher's that player in possession now. Again, talk about having a shot, gets the ball into Matthew Traynor. Traynor on the 14, right down at the dressing room. Gets the ball to Paddy Kane. He recycles it back to Simon Boucher. Boucher gets the ball to Dean Healy. Healy breaks one tackle, has a look, goes with the outside of the right boot again, but this time it's gone to the right of the post and going wide again, and another chance gone. Another chance gone for Pats, and it's been out pretty much all Pats in this second half, but to be fair, Arklow got the ball up the field once and got a score, whereas Pats have just only got that one score themselves in the second half. So Mervyn Travers has a look. Travers goes short again over as far as Jack Furlong. Furlong pops the ball out as far as JP Hurley. Hurley charges down the field, little bit of space from now, carries the ball into the tee of the breeze, pops it in, good ball in. It didn't get to Cian Cooney. Thought someone else was coming for it and didn't get to the pitch of the ball. Pats have broken it down with Barry Giggins in as far as Brian Doyle. Doyle goes long and diagonal looking for Tommy Kelly. Just through the hands of Kelly. Young Kieran Hyland all over his case. Was it a push? No. Kelly still does really well, gets his ball, gets his foot on the ball, kicks this one high and over the bar, and a huge battle there with Tommy Kelly and Kieran Hyland, and Kelly comes out on top that time. It's a score. It's 6 points to 4 here. 9.5 minutes on the clock in this second half, and that's going to be the order of the day for Pats. I'd say that more direct ball now with the breeze, and they're back into the hands of Tommy Kelly, and again a loose kick out from Mervyn Travers is picked off by Dean Healy, but Healy's gone to ground and he's holding his knee. There was a worry about Dean's knee earlier in the year, so that'll be worrying for the Pats management. Shane Doyle hasn't come up for this one, as Tommy Kelly is going to kick this one from his hands. Dean Healy is up and away. Didn't want attention. Typical of the man. Tommy Kelly puts his boot through this one. Huge kick from Tommy Kelly. Oh, brilliant kick from Kelly. Just a couple of yards in from the sideline, about 40 yards out. Bang, it's over the bar. A 3-point game here in Aughrim now. 10.5 minutes on the clock. 7 points to St. Pat's. 4 points to Arklow Gers Ballymoney. And it's pretty much been all Pats in this second half. They probably haven't enough scores on the board for the value they've been, so as I said, it'll be interesting to see will that be the difference. Brian Dial's on the jaw, brilliantly taken there by Jack Furlong, pops it off here as far as Cian Cooney. Ball is back out into the hands of Sean Crowley. Crowley has a look at his options again. Pats get huge numbers around him and the ball, but it's into the hands of Carl Kerwin. A 1-2 with JP Hurley, and Carl Kerwin finds himself going forward 65 yards out. He's on the 45, he's still going. Little reverse pass in as far as Cormac O'Shea wearing number 10. 2 men on his case. One of them is Simon Boucher, one of them is Aidan Dunn, but the ball breaks kindly for the Gers and they're still in possession here. Little pop pass inside to Darren McBride. Little bit of space for McBride. Kicks this one high. Oh, good score from Arklow. Really well worked score. 7 points to 5. A 2-point game again, and I have to say that Arklow have been very economical with their scoring. They've only 1 wide to this point, and pretty much any chance they're getting in that area, they're nailing it. Shane Doyle about to go along with this one now again. Doyle, another huge kick. Simon Boucher's underneath. Matthew Trainor's underneath again. Ball bobbles around. Cormac O'Shea picks up the pieces. Ball is into Chris O'Brien. O'Brien with Niall Donnelly on him. Pops a pass into Cal Kelly. Kelly, the 2 number 17s. One is McGettigan, one is Kelly. Kelly holds possession. Gets the ball away as far as Jack Furlong. Just doesn't come up for Furlong at the first attempt, but an awkward looking tackle there from Simon Boucher gives a free to Arklow, and Arklow trying to get a grip back in this game here now with Stephen Hurley on the ball. Pops the ball off as far as Cian Cooney. Cooney solos, he's 45 yards out. Thought about maybe having a shot but didn't. Gets the ball out as far as Darren McBride. McBride's away again. He's found a passage of space. Gets the ball and boxes it high and boxes it over the bar. 2 really good scores from McBride there in the last couple of minutes. And the Gers are back in this game at 7-6. 12.5 minutes gone. Player down injured. McBride seems to have taken a knock there while scoring that. The physio has gone in to check if he's alright. He's getting up fairly gingerly there in the background. Shane Doyle waits to take this kick out. Darren McBride is alright. Paul O'Brien gets a drink underneath us here. We must be nearing the water break. We're up to 13.5 minutes. Doyle looks suppressed from Arklow making Shane Doyle go along. He does go along. It's a huge kick down on top of Matthew Trainer. Again gets a hand on it, but not enough. It's picked up by Cal Kelly. Kelly gets the ball out as far as Chris O'Brien. Loose pass from O'Brien into the hands of Paddy Kane. He gets it to Niall Donnelly. Donnelly gets it to Matthew Trainer. Back to Paddy Kane. 45 yards out from his own goal. Brian Doyle calls from a right under his own dugout here. 45 yards out from his own goal. The number 13 gets the ball and gives it to Paul O'Brien. O'Brien again lateral with the ball, solos, and has a look at his options as Pats look to build from the back here. Pádraig Higgins is in possession here into Paul O'Brien. Again, it's all a little bit static here at the minute for Pats, but they get the foot pass out as far as Niall Donnelly, and now Donnelly puts on the afterburners, charges forward. Looks to have pulled up with an injury there. Takes off his gloves and walks to the sideline. Looks to be an injury for Niall Donnelly. That'll be a blow to Pats for today and going forward. It's Brian Doyle is on the ball. Doyle has a look at his options, goes back to Pádraig Higgins. Higgins gets the ball, comes all across the field here as far as Simon Boucher. Boucher, it's 7 points to 6 here in Aughrim. It's a tight affair. It's anything could happen at this stage of the game. Pats are playing with the breeze, but It's Gers who seem to be, every time they get a half chance, they're taking their scores. And Tygo Callahan, 45 yards out from his own goal, comes out with the ball, gets it out as far as Cian Cooney. Cooney charging forward with the ball again. The tails are up a little bit on this Gers team now, and it's into the hands of JP Hurley. Hurley has a look at his options, sizes him up again, goes across field into the hands of Stephen Hurley. Niall Donnelly is still on the field, as far as I know. He's back in on the edge of the square, but the ball is in as far as Cathal Kelleher. Kelleher does well, but falls picking the ball up. He was fouled in the build-up, and this surely will level things up. Niall Donnelly looks to be in trouble. He's gone down in there, so it looks like we'll have a change on the Pats team. Just coming to the water break, you'd imagine this free will be the water break after. It's 15.5 minutes. Stephen Duffy, the number 14, is tugged out. I can pretty much bet the house that he won't be going full back. So there'll be a few positional switches here for Pats, but Duffy, the leader of the attack for so many of Pat's great days. Niall Donnelly has gone off. Chris O'Brien will have this free just 5 or 6 yards to the left of the post, kicking into the wind in the Herbst end, but he should level the game. He does level the game. It's a really tight affair here. We've a water break now, and it's really tight affair here in Aughrim. 7 points all. A huge number of missed chances there, I suppose. The talking point for Pats in that third quarter, they could have been well and truly out the gate, but Pats or the Arklow Gers have worked their way back into the game, showed true real character here, and it's a level game. So everyone is to leave via the west gate, we've just been told over the speaker. Yeah, so this is a really tight affair. The scoreboard hasn't, here in Aughrim, hasn't put up 7-all yet, but it is now. They just must have heard us. They must be tuned in. So manager's taking the opportunity to get the last chat to the lads today in this part of the game. So yeah, we're just discussing this is a really tight affair. We could have the possibility of extra time in this one. We have to have a winner and a loser today, so anything could happen here. Kieran McGehigan seems to have gone back to wing back now as well, so that could be just for the kick out. Stephen Duffy is going in on the square. It'll be the double danger of Duffy and Kelly in there. Kick out for Shane Doyle. Doyle goes long again, looking for Matthew Traynor. Traynor gets a fist to this one. Ball breaks inside, and Dean Healy collides with his own player, but keeps going forward. Gets the ball in as far as Stephen Duffy. Good hand in by Carl Kerwin. Kerwin stumbles and falls. It's a free out though. A free out for Carl Kerwin. Gers have weathered the storm in there, and the ball is in the hands of Stephen Hurley. Hurley gives the ball out to Cian Cooney. Cooney charging forward with this ball. Sidesteps, has a twist, a turn and a look to see what's what, and he recycles it in as far as Stephen Hurley. Hurley now is the Arklow look to take the more measured approach now. Once they're in possession against this wind, I suppose they have to be in control, and that's what they are. It's Jack Furlong on the ball. Furlong looking for someone outside him, but just about gets the ball there, rejigs himself and picks up the pieces, gets it as far as Kelly into Stephen Hurley has a look to the far side to see what his options are. Again, Pat's pressing up, but they're not getting very far with this Arklow, and kick goes into space, and now they have a little bit of space for Sean Crowley 45 yards out, right on their knees here, gets the ball into Chris O'Brien. O'Brien's well out in front of Pádraig Higgins, has a look at his option, pops the ball off as far as Jack Furlong. Again, it's great tackling back there and a free out. Brilliant play by the Pats backs, back in numbers there, and win their free out. Ball's taken quickly. Oh, dodgy looking one. Simon Boucher probably didn't want that too bad. Gets the ball back as far as Padge McWalter. McWalter drops deep now. Gets the ball out to Paul O'Brien. O'Brien moves forward here, has a look at his options, decides to recycle the ball in hand. It's all about possession here at this stage of the game, I'd say, and Pádraig Higgins has this one. It's Darragh McBride tries to face him up. Higgins in a little bit of space though, tries to size up his options again. They need a runner, they need someone to break a line. It's into the hands of Aidan Dunn. Dunn gets it out as far as Padge McWalter, out as far as Paul O'Brien. It's a real trappy affair, it's a tactical affair, it's level here in Aughrim. We have 20 and a half minutes gone on this one. McWalter looks to size up his options. He's telling him where he wants him to run. It's not just happening for either side at the minute. It's almost a stalemate. It's deadlock, but Ian Healy gets the ball, pops it off here as far as Wayne Doyle. Doyle charges forward, in as far as Paul O'Brien. O'Brien pops it out as far as Stephen Duffy. Duffy onto the left foot. It's not going to carry. It drops short into the hands of Mervyn Travers. Travers gets the ball into Carl Kerwin. Kerwin is tackled by Tommy Kelly. Gets away from Tommy Kelly. Gets away from Stephen Duffy. Kerwin does really well and gets the ball to Jack Furlong. Furlong to Tygo Gallan. Back to Carl Kerwin. Kerwin playing a huge game at the back there for the Gers into Sean Crowley. Crowley lashes the ball out to the sideline, but it's a poor pass enough, and it's going to beat everyone out to the line. It's back. It's possession back to Wicklow Town. Possession back to Pats. It's in the hands of Pádraig Higgins into Shane Doyle into Paddy Kane. Kane at the top of his own D. Has a look at his options. Has a little bit of space. He's 45 yards out. He has Brian Doyle over on this sideline. Gets it to him. Doyle gets the 65 yards out from his own goal. Has a look at his options again. There's a huge press, but Paul O'Brien is in space. He always seems to be in space. O'Brien has a look up. Dean Healy takes the ball on. He's immediately fronted by an Arklow jersey. Gets the ball into Padge McWalter. McWalter goes long and diagonal looking for Tommy Kelly. The hop favours Kelly. Kelly does really well. Takes it over the head of 2 or 3 players, but brilliant play by the Arklow backs. Numbers back there. Knocked the ball away from as McGettigan and Cormac O'Shea go toe to toe on the far line. O'Shea pulls back McGettigan. It'll be a free in to Pats. Paul O'Brien is in a hurry to take it. It's 47 or 8 yards out. It's right underneath the stand. The wind is in the back of the Pats men, but the Gers are defending valiantly in their brilliant play on that last play as Tommy Kelly got possession and they stripped him of possession. Dangerous looking ball was taken by Wayne Doyle. He done really well there. Had to be brave, was brave. Looked a little small bit late on Paddy Kane, but both men are up. They're playing away into the hands of Dean Healy. Healy goes high and it's going to drift to the right of the post and wide, and another poor wide. It's 8 or 9 wides now for Pats in this 9 wides for Pats in this match, and 2 or 3 missed goal chances. It's not good. We've Paul Earls entering the fray. Casey is looking for experience to get him over the line here as Earls goes in instead of Luca Rampersad. Paul Earls is in, and already he's confronted in there by Cian Cooney. Play on, says the referee. Just a bit of getting to know one another. It's a loose looking kick, and it's to the one man you wouldn't want to kick it. Is Dean Healy. Healy again, he's wrapped up by 2 or 3 players there. Looks to have picked up a knock. Healy. Paul O'Brien on the run, kicks this one high, but this one has gone to the right of the post and wide. Another wide for Pats. Another chance gone a begging with his breeze, and surely you'd have to think that this could come back to bite this Pats team here this evening. Kick out will be from Mervyn Travers again. There's been huge pressure on this kick out in the second half. Goes goes long this time, hangs one up in the air, huge kick underneath his Matthew Trainer. Again it's broken away though. Sean Crowley gets to the ball, gets out as far as Stephen Hurley. Hurley's tackled by Paddy Kane but does well. Hurley pops a little pass inside. It's loose and it's Simon Boucher picks this one up, has a look at his options. There's options here. One of them is Podge McWalter. McWalter's dropped in a little bit deeper, just away from his grasp at the wrong time, and the Gers come back and they win possession. Cian Coney, heavy shots going in on all sides here. Ball breaks down as far as Cathal Kelleher. He wins a free, taken quick by Cal Kelly. Kelly gets the ball to Stephen Hurley. Tommy Kelly and Hurley clash off the ball. Both players go to ground. Kieran Hyland goes up the field with the ball. Hyland's not worried about what's going on. He pops a pass off at the far side to Darren McBride. McBride gets it back. Now there's a number of players involved over there in a little bit of a skirmish. Physios and the whole lot are in there. We'll have a look at it in a minute. Jack Furlong is on the ball. We're following the play. It's Tig O'Callaghan midfield with the ball for the Gers. Next score is vital in this one, you'd have to feel. 25 minutes gone including the water break. Everyone is dispersed from where the bit of trouble was now, and there's no one saying anything, so it can't have been that bad. All a bit of handbags, I'd say. The umpires don't seem interested in it either, so we'll play away. It's Stephen Hurley on the ball. As I said, the next score here being vital, and it's in the hands of Cormac O'Shea. O'Shea takes on one tackle, has a look, takes on a second tackle. Was he pulled back? He looked for a free, he didn't get it. Carl Kerwin fancies his chances from there. Matthew Trainer, ball goes through Trainer's hands. It's going to be a 45 here for Arklow. There's tired bodies on both sides out there. A lot of players down on their hunkers gasping for breath. I don't think either side wants extra time too bad, but neither of them want to be beaten either. Bit of a discussion as to who is going to take it. Stephen Hurley and JP Hurley have decided that Stephen is the man for the job. Looks like he was looking for the option of going short, but he's taking a couple of strides back here. Huge couple of minutes now in this one. Long kick, hanging dangerously in there. Taken on the chest of Dean Healy. Healy tries to work his way out, does work his way out. Arm is up for an advantage. I don't know how you'd want an advantage in there when you catch a ball like that, but he's got his advantage. He's got his free, and the Pats work the ball up the field. Matthew Trainer gets the ball as far as Simon Boucher. Boucher has a look again. Good play by Arklow Gers. They almost form a line across in front of where you want to go and turn you back, but Boucher goes across the field into the hands of Aidan Dunn. Dunn finds Podge McWalter in a little bit of space. Darren McBride goes over to cut off that space. Again, they do it really well, the Gers. Their defensive unit has been excellent on both sides today, to be fair. Ball is all the way across the field, and it's Dean Healy. Is there one more burst in Healy? There is. He'll try anyway. He tries to go past the tackle, gets the ball out to Paul O'Brien. O'Brien has a look around, solos with the ball. It looks to recycle, does recycle it back to Dean Healy. Healy heads for the top of the D. Danger here, this time with the outside of the right boot. This time it's high, and this time he has got it right, and it's over the bar. Well, they say the sign of a great player is that no matter how many times it goes wrong, they keep trying it. He had a couple of wides earlier in the game. He kicked a huge score for Wicklow there. A huge score for Wicklow Town. It's 8 points to 7 here. We've 27 and nearly 28 minutes gone. That includes the water break on my watch anyway. Mervyn Travers takes a kick out as high. It's hanging in the air as a punch. It's a loose ball. Paul Earls pops up, gets the ball as far as Paul O'Brien into Stephen Duffy. Duffy pops a little pass off out as far as Simon Boucher. Boucher, again, there's a number of players in front of him. Does really well. Needs support though. Gets support in the form of Brian Doyle. Doyle has a look, kicks with his right foot, kicks it high, but this one has gone to the right of the post and gone well wide, and maybe the wrong decision at the wrong time, but if it goes over, you're the hero, I suppose. Travers about to take his kick out. Tommy Kelly has taken offence to his kicking tee, so that's not the first time that's happened today, so both managers are trying to sort out. There's players' positions have gone completely out the window. Carl Kerwin goes for this. Looked like he touched it on the ground, and a vital time he did touch it on the ground. A vital time is pity, because Kerwin has been a standout performer for Arklow today, and it's just the pressure of those kickouts coming at players at this stage of the game, and Just a slight fumble at the wrong time. And Tommy Kelly nailed one from a similar area. He's looking for a new ball. Now we've 3 balls. So we'll sort it out eventually. Tommy Kelly, he's about 7 or 8 yards in from that far sideline. He's about 30 yards out. Stands to attention, kicks this one high. Is it curling enough? It is curling enough. According to the umpires, it's high and it's over the bar. It's 9 points to 7 here. A huge kick from Tommy Kelly to put them 2 in front at this stage of the game. 29, just about 30 minutes on my clock. We'll have the water break, a minute and a half supposedly on that, and injury time, so we could have another 4 or 5 here. Long kick down the field. Dean Healy's under, taken brilliantly at the second attempt by Sean Crowley into JP Hurley, and it's Cormac O'Shea on the ball here. Has a look at his options, goes long, high ball that'll hang in the air. Pat should have numbers back on it. It won't be easy in there. They have numbers back. It's Simon Boucher. Looked like a late hit on Boucher. Ball comes in as far as Paul O'Brien. O'Brien gets it to Stephen Duffy, and now Pats have the ball in the shape of Brian Doyle. Doyle has a look at his options. Lots of blue jerseys around him. He needs support. It's not forthcoming, but he gets the ball back as far as Stephen Duffy. Duffy recycles the ball out to Paul O'Brien. O'Brien, he'll pull the strings from here, you'd imagine. Gets the ball out to Simon Boucher. Boucher, a little bit of green grass in front of him on the far side of the field, but it's closed off by Chris O'Brien. Ball comes back into the hands of Pádraig Higgins. Higgins 45 yards out from his own goal, gives the ball back here as Pats look to charge for. Wayne Doyle gets the ball as far as Paddy Kane. Kane forward with the ball again into Paul Earls, into Wayne Doyle, back to Earls again. Gerds just need to get hands on the ball here. They're 2 points down, but that's a loose pass, and it's that man Carl Kerwin. He spills the ball. It's a free out, and the referee, if they're breaking play, I'd say he could be going to give a card here for a late tackle a little bit earlier in that passage of play. He's flashed a yellow card at someone. We're not sure who it is, but someone has got a yellow card anyway, is all I can tell you. 31 and a half minutes. Normal time is up according to me. It's whatever amount of injury time is to be played, but Mervyn Travers has the ball deep on his own square. That's not where they want to be when they're 2 points down. Tygo O'Callaghan and Travers play a 1-2. O'Callaghan gets the ball out, hand in from Pádraig Higgins over there, putting pressure on the Gers, but out come O'Callaghan with the ball, does really well, gets the ball into Kieran Hyland. Hyland looked to be a foul play on to the referee, and it's that man Darragh McBride. McBride solos at pace up the field with the ball. Podge McWalter goes to meet him, little hand pass inside to Chris O'Brien. O'Brien gets the ball, twists and turns. There's danger here for Patsy O'Brien on the ball. It's a free in, surely it is a free in. A free in, and it should put the minimum between the teams, you'd imagine. Chris O'Brien, it's another yellow card there. Looks to be Paddy Kane picked that one up. Chris O'Brien has the chance to put one between the teams here. We're in injury time at this stage of the game, so the referee must have told him there's time enough for another play. He would have asked the question, you'd imagine. He kicks this one high and he kicks it over the bar, and now possession is vital on this kick out to Gers. I'll have to push right up on it. Pats will be looking for that all important ball in hand. Shane Doyle to take the kick as the clock ticks away here. 9 points to Pats, 8 points to Arklow Gers. Shane Doyle with the kick. Possession vital on this one. He's going to go long. He does go long. It's a huge kick down the field. Stephen Duffy's underneath. Hand is on the ball. Ball breaks. Kieran McGehigan tries to pick it up. 2 men around. Does really well. McGehigan bores his way out. Was he fouled? No, says the referee. Surely he was fouled there now. Brilliant play by McGehigan. Wins his free. Cal Kelly is not happy with John Keenan, the linesman underneath. He's not getting much value for his opinion. Stephen Duffy has the ball under his arm. He's asking where to take it from. So Sure, the ref is telling him to come ahead with it. Left foot goes long, goes huge, hanging ball down, the ball breaks up. Everyone is underneath it down there, but that man, Podge McWalter, pops up in the right place, gives the ball to Brian Doyle. Doyle tries to get back to Stephen Duffy, does get back to Duffy. Duffy slips though, pops a pass to Dean Healy. He didn't, he popped a throw to Dean Healy. Referee blows it. Is there a chance? Have the Gers one more chance here? Bring it up, says the referee, Kieran Kenny. Pats wouldn't get away from the ball, and here we go. It's the last chance saloon for Arklow Gers, you'd imagine. Cormac O'Shea is on the ball. Matthew Traynor is on him. Oh, pulled down from Matthew Traynor. Surely a black card coming here, I'd say. Black card as Matthew Traynor leaves the field there. He is taken quickly. Ball comes down in the hands of Cormac O'Shea. Surely a chance of a leveller here, is there? O'Shea has a look. He twists, he turns. He's hopped it twice and it's a free. It's a free to Pats, and that surely is that now. And that's it. Pats have won this one. Pats have won this one by the narrowest of margins. Both teams, people would tell you that everyone has a second chance after this, and it didn't mean anything. Anyone that's seen the celebrations on the field and know exactly what it means to both sides here. It's Pats who'll go into the winners group. The Gers will face one of the losers from last week in the next round of the draw, and a huge victory for Wicklow Town. They will be probably looking that they should have been a little bit further ahead maybe with the goal chances and some of the wides they kicked, but the Gers just wouldn't leave them. They wouldn't go away, and it's as I said, the Gers will have to go back and regroup for the losers group now, with Pats going to sit pretty in the quarter final. Thanks to everyone for tuning in for our first game. We'll be back at 5 o'clock with another humdinger. Barton Lass and Rat New. There's no need to even introduce that one, I think, so please tune back in and we'll see you all then. Thanks very much.